Okay, I am going to go for part 2 just to follow up on something that still sort of relates to this, and that is when you are banded and what the soft stop is. Wendy brought that up again, and I'd mentioned it in 2 videos. The first time I mentioned it, excuse me, I just briefly mentioned it. The second video that I mentioned it, I talked a little bit more about it in depth, but at that point, no one else had ever mentioned it on any videos that I'd seen, and I wasn't sure if any other doctor's offices out there talked about it at all, or if it was just sort of a phenomenon that, you know, my doctor's office talked about, but maybe it was or maybe it wasn't a real thing. But I had explained that the way it was explained to me was that when the stomach or the pouch feels the sensation of full, that it sends a message to the diaphragm to get out of the way, because the stomach wants more room to expand so it can eat more. And when the diaphragm moves, somehow it causes some kind of involuntary reflexes in the upper part of the body, which could be an eye twitch or eye water, or sneezing, you know, an itch in your hairline somewhere or something like that. So anyway, I had decided that I did have a soft stop, and it was when I would sneeze. And it's comical because it's so true that this does happen to me, and I never would have noticed it if I hadn't been watching for it, but I sneeze like an allergy type sneeze. And then I laugh because it just cracks me up that, yes, I just finished eating a whole, excuse me, a whole piece. See, this is what happens. I had some bacon a while ago, and you get these little, where the air has been kind of caught maybe under the whatever you ate, and slowly over a couple hours you start getting it out. But anyway, so I'd say I ate a piece of sausage or something, and then I get the signal. So I've learned to pay attention to the signal to help me with a couple things. Not only to let me know that I probably shouldn't eat anymore from that point on, but to also to remind me if I have been eating too fast or mindless eating. Somebody had mentioned on their video about mindless eating, and they'd actually been eating bread that they thought they had intended to take off their sandwich. And you know, I think that if I would sneeze, it would remind me what I'm doing, and then I'd look at my plate maybe faster than I would if I wasn't recognizing the sneeze. So I think it could help out in that way too. But I will tell you that since I've got this fill, and I've had some of the issues that I think most people have when they're adjusting to a new fill, I've not had the soft stop. I'm feeling the pain and the tension, you know, down in my pouch much sooner than anything's going on up here with a sneeze or anything like that. So I'll be curious to know once I get adjusted to this fill if I'll go back to having a sneeze or something when my pouch has had enough. So I'm interested to see that. So that's what I wanted to talk about. You know, the videos I watched last night really got me thinking about, you know, that there's so many of us that are in the same boat right now, and we're trying to learn about the same thing and educate ourselves on so many things that other people are trying to figure out too. So I'm glad that Wendy's been able to find some actual research on the soft stop and the hard stop, because I've searched and searched and I really couldn't find anything supporting it out there on the web a couple months ago when I had done that last video about the soft stop. So maybe there's more information out there now. But I also had tried to research sneeze after I eat or something like that, and there was some kind of a medical explanation for that, and I've saved it under my favorites somewhere, but it wasn't lap band related. It was just in general. And then when I look back, maybe I've been prone to this because if I'd go out to eat, you know, and I would almost always overeat when I went out to eat, I would end up with a runny nose, and I'd always think, wonder why I have a runny nose. Why does my nose always run when I go out to eat and I get too full? Now, if I was having Mexican or something spicy, you know, I could understand, but I might be at Red Lobster and overeat and still have that same sort of nasally sensation. So, well, let's see, I'll talk a little bit about my weight. I had lost 27 pounds by the physician scale, the surgeon scale, when I was there on Tuesday, and that was also transitioning from lightweight summer clothes with flip-flops to jeans and a heavy sweater because it's fall, but it feels like winter here now. So my scales at home as of last week's was like 31 point something. I've got that posted on the side here as to where I was, and I think since Tuesday I've already lost maybe about 3 more pounds just since I got my fill. So I'm doing pretty good. I can't complain, and I take 2 pounds a week over the course of time. It seems like I have a couple weeks with a pretty good loss, like 2 point something or 3, and then I have a week or 2 where I break even or gain a pound or something like that. So it's kind of a hilly roller coaster, and I'm sure if I paid more attention to those weeks that I could figure out, you know, where I'm making myself have better weeks and where I'm not having as good a week. But I haven't paid that much attention to it, quite frankly. I'm just kind of going through the motions a little bit and taking each day, day by day. So have a good weekend. I guess this is the weekend. And I will try to do an update next week after I have my Monday weigh-in and see what I lost over the week after my fill. Take care. Bye.